I've said it quite a bit now, you need to have a budget to accurately manage your finances. There are quite a few apps out there to help you with tracking your budget and investments and other such things, but which one is the best? Welcome back to the channel, I'm Jacob Fisher, and today we're talking about which is the best budgeting app that you can have. I think Personal Capital is the best, but especially when compared against Mint. Personal Capital hasn't been around for too long, and I actually read about it or looked it up after I saw it in an article from the Points Guy. They mentioned how it helped them track all their credit card spending and organized it in one simple place. Better than Mint. I used to use Mint, but I just got so annoyed with how it was doing things that I was always looking for somewhere else to track my budget. And I didn't want to do it in Excel because that was just a lot of work. I can't say Personal Capital is perfect, but it is way better than just Mint. You link all your accounts and then you set up your budgets within different categories, or in Personal Capital's case, you just set up an overall budget for your monthly spend. I'd run you through a full overview of Personal Capital, like through the website and everything, but there's no demo version and I'm not really about to just use my full account details on a very public video on the internet. So instead, I found sample images that I'm using from Personal Capital to show off some of the features. The worst thing about Mint is that you need to set an individual budget for everything. They have an everything else category which classifies anything you haven't categorized, and that's just annoying. With Personal Capital, everything is always in a budget on its own. You don't set like your grocery budget. You can, but everything is automatically categorized in such a better way than Mint. In the Mint everything else category, it does break it down further, but it's just annoying for everything to be in everything else when it should be separated into the various categories. A plus side to Personal Capital budgeting is that you can determine which credit card you might be able to get next. Let's say you spend $300 a month or something on groceries. Now you know that you get the Blue Cash Preferred video in the corner next because you spend above that required amount, and Personal Capital told you that you spend $300 a month on groceries. You can do it with other categories too, maybe gas or other things like travel. The other thing that's annoying about Mint is that every single time I go over budget in any possible way, Mint has to send me an email and send me way too many alerts to let me know that I am now over budget. For example, if you spend $100 a month on gas and your auto and transport category is $250 a month, leaving room for potential repairs that you have on your car. You could be spending your normal $100 on gas and then get your car fixed on February and it costs $1,000. Now, you've budgeted for that, but Mint doesn't know that and will still send you an email letting you know that you've gone way over your auto and transport budget for the month. It's just, they need to break it down in simple ways. Sometimes there are those unforeseen things you need to pay for, and Mint just doesn't really take that into account. Personal Capital does. It'll just be like, oh, you did go over, but you've been fine for the rest of the month, so we're not really gonna bother you about that. Personal Capital also connects to your investment accounts and tells you how you're doing based on the shares you have and the price that you got in. It knows the actual price of the underlying stock and will tell you your overall portfolio value. Not only that, but they'll tell you a U index, which tells you how you're performing when compared to the overall market. It's also extremely helpful in separating cash, credit, and investments, and then mortgage and other stuff that you might have along. So you can see all your cash in one clear box, your credit cards, and then your investments. It's very simple to understand. I can also see all my credit cards in one place, so I know if there's a balance coming up or if I have a balance and I need to pay it soon. I just have it right there. I don't need to log into my separate credit accounts. I can just see it right there. It's immensely helpful in making sure I never miss a payment, even though I do have automatic payments on, which you should too. Another fun little thing is that Personal Capital will let you set retirement goals or house buying goals and let you know how much you need to save per month before you reach that goal. Let's say you want to retire by 45. Personal Capital will take your average monthly spending and then use that to categorize how much you would spend in a year past 45. It also tells you how much you need to save so you can have enough money, per year after you retire. So you just input age you want to retire and how much you spent per year, or just let it automatically do that one because it has your monthly spending there. And then it tells you. It's pretty interesting. Obviously things will change, but cool way to go about it. Again, another thing you can do is recommended emergency spending. It takes how much you typically spend in a month and will recommend an emergency fund account based on that spending. This is the account you could put in the savings account from the previous video up there. You can check that out on the safest places to put your money. Personal Capital, I'm assuming, started out as a wealth management company. Now, what they do is they charge a fee from anywhere from 0.49 to 0.89% advisory fee, and then they manage your wealth for you. You do need to have $100,000 with them to actually get started, but it's just nice to know that if you really wanted to, you could have them also manage all your money. And then another thing, they offer Personal Capital Cash, which is kind of like Robinhood Cash. It's like a high interest cash account. Obviously, it's not as good as a savings account, and it does vary based on the interest rates currently. So right now it's pretty low at 0.05 APY, and Robinhood actually beats it at 0.30% APY, though in previous years it was 1.5%. So either way, cash accounts are not the best place to keep your money for earning the most amount of interest every year. You should look for a savings account for that. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to use Personal Capital, if you have used it, or if you use Mint, and just let me know how you track your budgets down below. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on personal finance and credit cards and travel, and if that sounds like something of interest to you, make sure you subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to like the video if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.